Greetings, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to this episode. I'm titling this episode Teacher and Student and Vice Versa. And the reason I'm calling it that is because every one of us, as we go through the experiences and soul lessons of life, are learning, and we are all students. And simultaneously, as we embody and ground those lessons into wisdom, we also become the teacher of those lessons. So we're all individually both students and teachers. And so one key aspect of spirituality and growth and evolution is never feeling like you've arrived or you know everything, and therefore you always have that beginner's mind and kind of childlike enthusiasm of learning and experiencing new things. So again, we're all both teacher and student. So that being said, one of the things I have not mentioned yet is on the description of my YouTube video is a link to my Amazon ebook called Warriors of Wisdom. And it's a short spiritual manifesto, powerful, with spiritual principles that apply to the topic of relationships and intimate relationships. And the reason I wrote it and the reason I applied it towards that topic is because I'm sure, just like you've realized that intimate relationships are one of the biggest catalysts for spiritual growth and evolution that is available on this planet Earth. And really the reason that is because every other person outside of yourself is a mere reflection of your inner state of being. So the degree to which you experience harmony and peace and joy in your relationship, that could be seen as a holy or a sacred or a spiritual relationship. The extent to which you have peace and joy and harmony in that relationship is a reflection of your own inner state of being, your own level of consciousness of spiritual wisdom and lessons, which all comes down to love. So, relationships that are full of chaos and drama and turmoil is simply a mere reflection of where those two people are at in their evolution of consciousness. So anyhow, check out the book, Warriors of Wisdom. The link will take you to Amazon eBooks. And then secondly, I wanted to share with you, in that same vein of being a student, a book, a few key points of a book that I started reading called Yeshua, the Freedom Transmissions. And in that book, they touch upon the balance of divine masculine and divine feminine, as have I on previous videos as well as my book. But the divine feminine aspect of the universe of God is love, whereas the divine masculine aspect of God is truth or light, shining the light of truth. And so having a balance between love and truth is key to cultivating that inner peace and joy that will ultimately lead to the golden age of a new world, a new planet, where we actually have world peace. So that's really the vision of anybody that's into spirituality or being on the path, is ultimately seeing not only ourselves but the planet reach a level of world peace that maybe we've not seen before. So anyhow, part of cultivating inner peace and that joy and that freedom is being free of your ego and being free of all the patterns and programming of ego that leads to fear, that leads to stagnation, that leads to not moving forward in your life with love. And so that can come in a million different forms, ego, whether it's narcissism, greed, selfishness, a million different ways that the ego plays out and projects and judges and criticizes not only yourself but others. But the ways to diminish ego are fourfold that the book talks about, that I wanted to expound upon, which is simplicity, stability, surrender, and stillness. And they're all interrelated, but I wanted to talk a little bit about each of those and how they can be cultivated. All four of those can be cultivated with heightened degrees of faith and forgiveness. So in relation to simplicity and stability, for example, the simplicity of your mind, how simple and how much ease does your mind have? Is it spinning with thoughts and chaos? Or is there a simplicity about your mind that's you're utilizing your mind as a tool rather than your mind being in control of the whole show? And what I mean by that is lessening the importance of your mind guiding your life and cultivating more of your heart to do that. And so the mind becomes more simplistic, less intellectual, less complex array of belief systems, etc. And so that's the first one, simplicity. Then stability. How much stability or groundedness or simplicity of your lifestyle do you have? You live a lifestyle that's completely frenetic and chaotic, or is it grounded in the stability of relaxation and peace and joy? And then surrender, having faith and forgiveness, having faith that everything is as it should be, everything is perfect, and you're learning all the lessons that you need to learn, and everything that happens is happening for a reason. That's having faith. And then forgiveness, are you holding on to grudges or judgments against others that suck away the energy of your brain, even if they're in the back of your mind? If you're holding on to things, holding on to grudges that you haven't forgiven, it's taking you away from being in the present moment of now. So faith and forgiveness, and that helps with surrender. And then as you surrender, then you're able to go into stillness, where your mind is able to just relax into going into the void of quietness and quietude. So with stillness, then you can receive guidance from Source God, guidance from your higher self, and then your world becomes ever more blissful and joyous and abundant, because you're in the flow with divine will. You're in the flow with the universe. So simplicity, stability, surrender, and stillness. Those are some key wisdoms taught in this book that I'm now excited about. Again, the Yeshua Freedom Transmissions. And faith and forgiveness, and balancing the masculine with the feminine, the love with the light of truth. So thanks for tuning in. We'll talk more about all of the above in future episodes. Thank you.